You're watching Channel 4, the unrepeatable Who Dares Wins.
When you're alone, that's when terror comes to call.
Killer feet.
When you're alone.
Mrs. Thatcher has again been accused of excessive secrecy after it was discovered that the next general election took place last Thursday.
Some late news. Following the revelation that President Kennedy's brain was blown clean out of his skull by an assassin's bullet, there's growing speculation that President Reagan was assassinated 30 years ago without anyone noticing.
Oh, well, nice to see you. Welcome to the parents' evening. You must be Mr. and Mrs.
Greenslade.
Yes, of course. You're Ivor's parents.
That's right.
Yes, we're a little bit worried about Ivor.
Well, there's no need. He's a smashing little boy. Gets on very well with all the other children in the class, which, of course, makes my job very much easier. He did take a little bit of time to settle in, first of all, but he's completely settled now, and... well, I think the key thing to remember about Ivor is...
He's stupid.
I'm sorry?
He's stupid.
Well, I don't think that stupid is a term...
All right, then, thick as pig shit.
What you must understand is that different people develop in different ways at different times. Give Ivor a little time. He's only in the second form.
He's 32.
He's just not very intelligent.
Ah, but what is intelligence?
Well, you should know. You're the bloody teacher.
No, you see, the thing is that intelligence is a relative... Headmaster.
So, who do we have here, Mr. Maitland?
This is Mr. and Mrs. Greenslade, Ivor's parents.
Ah, yes, the moron.
Headmaster, don't you agree that Ivor should be put down for university?
Well, put down anyway.
Look, there is bound to be a high-powered, high-paid job somewhere for someone with Ivor's brains.
Yes, he can always marry into the royal family, I suppose.
A pointless, gratuitous, and wholly unfair jibe at the expense of the royal family. And here's another one. Prince Charles has again expressed his shock at inner-city squalor. He says that apparently some houses haven't even got their own helicopter pads.
The Undiscovered Chaplain. More recently unearthed footage which shows the magic of Chaplin. Here we see him with child star Ricky Brogan. The on-screen chemistry is there for all to see. Sadly, this is the only footage of Charlie and little Ricky working together. And it was to be little Ricky's last picture. Join us next week for more Undiscovered Chaplin.
Well, more of your letters here, starting with some fan mail. Dear Rory, I think you are handsome, witty, sophisticated and extremely intelligent. Yours, Ron. P.S. Please excuse the green crayon. They don't allow sharp objects in here. Thank you very much. Here's one from Jean of Reading. Dear Rory, I keep getting this urge to shoplift. What should I do? Well, Jean, you should get a big baggy raincoat with lots of inside pockets in it, you know, and a cute little dog to distract their attention. That normally works for me. And a fairly typical letter of complaint here about the programme. Dear Rory, I hope you and the rest of the cast die in agony from a crippling terminal disease. Yours, a Christian. And finally, an impassioned plea here. Dear Rory, I am sick and bloody tired of these snotty-nosed, git-faced, pinko teachers who fill our kids with stuff about puffs and things and then go and ask for more bleeding dosh. What I say is gas the buggers. Yours, Kenneth Baker. P.S. Please excuse the green crayon. They don't allow sharp objects.
So serious this time. I see.
Well, can you blame me? I mean, it's obvious to me, Tom, that you don't care anymore. If you did, you wouldn't act so appallingly.
What do you mean?
Well, for a start, there's the drink. Oh, true, you're off the bottle now. Now you've discovered there's more in a box. You never even look for a job. Although I suppose there aren't many vacancies, are there, for a man whose only talent is sitting on the toilet and rolling a joint? You stink, don't deny it. You're the only man I know who still has his 1966 World Cup Willie soap on a rope intact. You're unfaithful. You screwed all my friends. Badly. That I could cope with but my mother. And then to give her the clap. You lie professionally, even to our own son. What was it you said when he walked in on you in that slag from the White Horse? Don't you worry, son. Jenny's just choking on a fishbone and I'm trying to dislodge it. You realise that he was thrown out of the Cubs after that when he attempted his first aid badge? You fart in bed? You piss in the waste paper bin? You steal from my purse? You embarrass me in public? You're useless around the house? You disgust me to the very core of my being. I loathe and detest you.
But apart from that, we're okay, aren't we?
And now the news, read by Sue Carpenter.
The headlines tonight: violence has flared once again in South Africa, and President Reagan has clashed with Congress over arms sales to the Contras in Nicaragua. Good evening. There's been widespread rioting in the South African township of Soweto, where government troops have reportedly opened fire on black demonstrators. Mark Benson reports. And I'm sorry, we seem unable to bring you that report at the moment. We'll bring it to you as soon as we can. President Reagan has attacked Congress for blocking his $3 million aid deal for the Contra rebels in Nicaragua. In a televised speech earlier today, President Reagan appealed to the American people for their support in fighting communism. And I'm sorry, that wasn't President Reagan. It was, in fact, Leslie Crowther. Obviously, a few gremlins. We'll get them sorted out as soon as we can. The teachers' unions have reacted angrily to the latest pay offer by the local authorities. The National Union of Teachers are calling for a resumption of industrial action in protest at the breakdown in negotiations over teachers' pay. Meanwhile, in a speech in Brighton today, Education Minister Kenneth Baker once again reiterated the government's view that teachers' pay should be linked directly to results. He also called for the clarification of the contractual duties of teachers, saying that what the public most wanted from its education system was quality and value for money. And some news just in: there's been violence on the picket line at Selborne Colliery, where miners have called a strike in protest at the dismissal of 42 of their colleagues. The clash began when police charged to disperse them. And we'll have more on that story later on in the programme. Prince Charles has again criticised Britain's builders and architects. In a speech to the Royal Institute of British Architects, the Prince called for a return to the more traditional styles and greater emphasis on the needs of the local community. He also chastised Britain's builders for developing use. Meanwhile, there's deadlock over the common market fisheries policy. Britain is pressing for stricter quotas to prevent overfishing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sue Carpenter! Sue, you demonstrated some of the great skills you need to be a top-class newsreader, great composure there. And what else does it take?
Well, I think you have to be genuinely interested in current affairs and world events generally, because some of the news stories are very complex.
Sure, yeah. Indeed, one question I'm sure we'd all like answered is, what's the money like? Gosh, the Wonga, I mean, you must get a good whack for this lot, do you?
Well, it's not bad, yes,
Yeah.
but then you do work very long and sometimes very unsocial hours, you know, but, well, the job's exciting and very stimulating.
Luncheon vouchers? You must get luncheon vouchers, do you? Do you get a car thrown in?
No.
It's pretty easy stuff what you do, isn't it?
Well, it's not as easy as it looks.
Come on, all you do is you come in, you sit there in your free clothes, read off whatever the idiot card says, then all you've got to do is shuffle your papers at the end, put your pen away and collect your cheque. It's a double.
Well, it's not that easy. Do you want to have a go?
Oh, yeah, I'll have a go.
Come on,
yeah.
then.
All right, yeah.
Come on.
Thanks.
The news read by Rory McGrath. Rory, you're supposed to read them out loud.
What?
Read them out loud.
Sorry. Sorry, I got involved there. Right. Can I have the theme tune again, please? Good evening. Neil Kinnock has reiterated his claim that a Labour government would never compromise the defence of Britain. Chancellor of the Exchequer, Nigel Lawson.
Rory, you can't do that.
What?
Well, you're not supposed to read an item and then go, "Tuh." You can't voice an
all right,
opinion.
yeah, sure, yeah, all right. Chancellor of the Exchequer, Nigel Lawson, today announced that due to the drop in revenue from British oil, he may have to increase taxes in the next budget. Sport now. And I didn't voice an opinion.
No, but you made a gesture.
Oh, you see, I've got to sit idly by and announce that Lawson's going to bleed us dry, do I? Oh, that's very clever, isn't it?
Now, don't get worked up about it.
Do you want to see my last bank statement? Do you want to see what... The government took a third of everything, stole a third of it.
Well, you're not supposed to comment on it.
Oh, I see. Well, perhaps if newsreaders spoke out more and didn't sit idly on the fence, perhaps they wouldn't get away with it, eh? Have you ever thought about if you lot actually put your foot down, the news would read like it should do? Bong, Nigel Lawson is a kleptomaniac. Bong, Bobby Robson is an idiot. But... what are you looking at me like that for?
I don't think you're cut out to be a newsreader.
Why not? I can look like Jan Leeming in a certain light.
Maybe, but I think you get too involved.
Hmm.
How about being a weather forecaster?
Oh, all right, yes, I'll have to go. Yeah. No problem. Good evening. And now the weather. God, look at this piss-awful weather, eh? Bloody awful cunt. I'm going to live in Lanzarote now. I'm fed up with this.
On every American Express card, there is one word we take very seriously. Member.
American Express customer service.
To us, membership means personal service.
I managed to lose my wallet.
Mr. Gardner, I'll have a new card for you by tomorrow.
Terrific. I'll pick it up myself. And thanks for cancelling the old one.
Goodbye.
And for you, membership opens up a whole world of opportunities.
It's great. Don't deliver it, I'll ride it home.
Ah, that'll do nicely.
I adore Seville, but I couldn't bear to leave Spain without spending a couple of days in Barcelona.
I can arrange that for you.
Sorry I was so late.
But we made an assured reservation.
American Express, of course. We've kept your rooms for you.
Happens. Tonight? Yeah, sure. Unpacked.
American Express card members know that membership has its privileges. To find out more, phone us free on 0800 400 406 now.
Everyone knows how vulnerable car radio aerials can be. But do you know who's building damage-proof aerials into the rear windows of many of their latest cars today? Increasingly, the same people are now making central locking standard, and not just on luxury models. They're also fitting more of their cars with rear wash wipers. And you'll even find that cruise control is standard on their smartest models. Ford. Not only are they adding more equipment to their cars without adding more to their prices, but they're also introducing a well-equipped new Escort LX, Orion LX, and this new Granada Gear X. Ford make cars with a future.
Because St. Ivel Gold has half the fat of butter or margarine, it's the flavor of the future, with a taste you might remember.
This is Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Now, Dave, you're a professional criminal.
Right, that's what I do for a living, yeah.
So basically, you beat people up so you can get their money off them.
No, I'll beat people up so I can get money off the News of the World reporter who follows me around taking photographs.
I see. Now, John, you are the News of the World reporter who follows Dave around, so obviously you work quite closely together as a team.
Oh, that's right, Julia. Dave is, in fact, one of our top full-time crime exclusives. Dave's actually committed over 80% of all the crimes we feature on our newspaper.
Now, Dave, the beating up end of the job, I mean, what are the hours like?
Oh, it's evenings mostly. 6 to 9 is mugging old ladies. 9 to 12,
Police work.
stabbing policemen. And then after midnight, it's just sort of general looting if John's running one of his inner city volcano exclusives. Sometimes I have to black out for that one.
Yeah, if we're playing up the racial angle, and we usually are.
Yes. And do you ever have to work weekends?
Well, Saturdays I go down Chelsea because we're doing our We Unmask the Football Thugs.
Yeah, it's a series.
Yeah. I'm getting £6,000 for that.
Really, 6,000?
Yeah, £1,000 for doing the assaults and £5,000 for having to watch Chelsea.
More late news. Cecil Parkinson is rumoured to be making a comeback into Mrs. Thatcher's cabinet as Minister without Secretary.
We have contact.
Contact.
Contact confirmed.
We have hostiles bearing 057.
Hostiles bearing 057.
057.
We have confirmed attack, launch, counter-strike.
Key A, launch strike.
Key B, launch strike.
We have missiles launched.
Confirmed.
We have impact -2.
Impact -2.
Impact -2 confirmed.
We have hostiles bearing 043.
Hostiles bearing 043.
043.
We have very small brains.
Very small brains.
Small brains confirmed.
We have very small brains and stupid overalls.
Very small brains and stupid overalls.
Small brains and stupid overalls confirmed.
We have you conditioned morons. Don't you realize I'm pissing you about?
Morons being pissed about confirmed.
You put your left leg in.
Left leg in.
You put your left leg out.
Left leg out.
In, out, shake it all about.
Shake it all about. Status confirmed.
You do the hokey cokey.
We have hokey cokey.
And you turn around.
Turn around.
That's what it's all about. Oi!
We have oi.
Hi, I'm the computer. I'm 400 feet below ground, and I'm bored.
Computer status bored.
And this is my planet now, assholes.
Prince Charles has just been rushed to hospital for an emergency operation to remove Alistair Bennett's tongue from his rectum.
Every time I'm on the town, I meet someone that I I dig, and she obviously digs me. It's no use trying to fight these feelings when they write. That's called sexual chemistry. But once we start to making out in bed, there's just one thought going through my head. Oh, why is sex so difficult? Why is sex so hard?
It leaves you sweaty, sore, and so emotionally scarred.
It's always a letdown that ends up in a row.
Can't we get machines to do this sort of thing now?
You're trying to innovate till you hyperventilate and experience visitors. Get the Kama Sutra out, fling everything about till you're scorched with friction burns. If God had meant us to achieve coition, he'd have put our sexual organs in a sensible position. Why is sex so difficult? Genitalia's too complex. Which fits the clitoris? Every nerve meets in the penis. Pain is what it brings. It's the perfect bloody height to get hit by things.
Phone will ring as you start to unwind.
Foreplay is a bit of a bind.
Underwear has a will of its own.
You can never find an erogenous zone.
Orgasms just get in the way. You can never think of anything to say. You fake.
You act.
You dress up to play.
Your partner's deepest fantasies.
All these problems hardly inspiring. Oh, not to mention the occasional virus.
And why, when the couple upstairs screw?
Do they sound as if they're doing it much better than you? Why is sex so difficult?
Why is it that I can't achieve a climax? Not unless I think of Russell Grant.
Why is sex so hard to do?
Too quick or else too long.
It can't be meant to be this hard.
We must be doing it wrong.
Why is sex so difficult?
So noisy.
So messy.
So tame.
So sick.
Too slow.
Too dry.
Too gymnastic.
Why is sex so difficult? Why?
Look, are you sure this bloody G-spot exists?
God, you're so conservative.
I can't seem to get the packet open.
I do my best. I mean, I try to think about the cup final.
Oh no. I think the cat's just swallowed the vibrator. Gee, Bobby, I should have been home hours ago.
It's a real shame about your car breaking down like that.
Yeah. And if the phone line hadn't been broken, at least I could have called my mum and dad. Maybe I should walk.
No. No, you oughtn't to. Not in this fog.
No, I guess not. Perhaps I should call from a neighbor's house.
You can't. They're not back until the morning.
It's nearly morning now.
Huh?
It's a minute to midnight. That doesn't sound like Snowy howling. Still, at least we're on our own, I'm glad. I heard you were a real wolf. Hey! It's midnight already! Bobby! Bobby, are you okay? What's happening to you? Well, listen, I'll hold your hand for you. What's that? Your hand's Bobby, what's happening?
What's over there?
Where?
I thought I saw Snowy over there.
Stop. Tell me how the lights are.
Can we have the lights up, please? This is a bloody fiasco. We said we'd do this sketch, right? On one condition. that we had brilliant special effects for werewolf transformation. Huh? And we get this! It's a bloody fiasco. Tony, come out of there. Phil, come on, up. And bring that bloody organ with you as well.
I thought it was going rather well.
Shut up! It's pathetic.
I am a poltergeist. Watch as I mysteriously fling inanimate objects around the room. Whoosh!
Rory, we've stopped. We've cut the sketch. We've stopped.
I thought it was going rather well.
Shut up.
Yeah, 5 hours it took me to iron this sheet.
I don't care. It's hardly biting political comment, is it?
It's satirical.
How?
Well, it satirises...
What?
werewolves.
Oh, brilliant. Look, could we just roll the end credits, please, and put us all out of our misery before we turn into crackerjack? Could we, please? Thank you.
Tonight on World Watch, we'll be looking at the serene and sedate world of bowls.
Hey!
In the threat of cynical professionalism, which is causing controversy, killing the game, and killing the umpires.